Hey, this is Allison, longtime Survivor fan.
And this is Nina, brand new Survivor fan.
And we are the hosts of
Chaotic Good.
And today I'm going to be telling Nina the story of Christian Hubicki.
I'm so excited. Well, you're going to be telling me and Nana, who is joining us, at least for right now. We'll see. Maybe she'll get tired and maybe want to lay at our feet. Aww. But yeah, we've got our good bud, Nana the Corgi, hanging out with us. She can't stay away. She gets very calm listening to you talk about Survivor players. I've got to say,
she does not stare into my eyes, and
yeah. She just like loves looking at you. She loves the tone of your voice. Because her sitting next to me like that, she doesn't do that normally. It's just when Allison is here talking about Survivor,
the lullaby of my voice.
Yes.
So let me be the lullaby of your ears as well, your eyes as well, listeners. Because as you know, I am profiling all of the Survivor 50 castaways for my new era fan and my brand new Survivor fan, Nana. So I'm going to be telling the story of Christian Hubicki, who played in season 37.
Okay.
David versus Goliath season, which is one of my favorite seasons of Survivor. So Christian is on the David tribe, and the David versus Goliath dynamic is like the story of David versus Goliath. So it's like the underdogs versus the heroes versus the essentially the people who like
the beefcakes. That's what I'm picturing.
The winners at life are on the Goliath team, and the
presumed losers.
Presumed losers are on the David team, which it really turned out to be a really fun dynamic to see play out through the season.
Ooh, okay.
And Christian really became the face of the Davids. Yeah. And calling him a nerd or even the nerd archetype, I think would be selling himself short because he's so much more than that. And we quickly saw that in the season because he's a true social player, someone you'd love.
I love that.
Nina loves a true social player.
I love a social player. Yeah.
An incredible narrator. Like just he can talk about literally the most boring shit on the planet and you could listen to it for hours on end.
Oh, I love that.
And I have, because he has co-hosted several podcasts where he talks for hours on end, and I love listening to it.
And you love it. Okay.
And above all, he remains incredibly humble.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
So even with him being so smart and interesting and creative, he's still like such a nice guy. And he's someone like you can like throw any kind of person at him and he just knows how to just completely accept them with like open arms, and it's so sweet to see. So for instance, a wrestler type, big muscly guy. This is a guy who plays on the season, the mayor of Slamtown. That's like his wrestling name. It's so funny.
Nice.
Christian will like bro out with him.
Okay.
Even forms a brochachos alliance with this guy. And then give him an emotional young woman who like needs to cry a lot.
And
needs to cry a lot to just work through things. And he will like gently take care of this young woman and like bring her back to life and like bring her back to the game several times.
I love hearing
So he
this.
Just like contains multitudes.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And of course, for this reason, he becomes a threat. But he has an amazing run on David versus Goliath, which I'll tell you. And he's the kind of person I would want to see play again and again and again. I want to see more of Christian Hubicki as long as he'll have us. So he starts the David versus Goliath season when he is 32 years old. Okay. And he is a robotics scientist from Tallahassee, Florida. And he is a tenured professor now.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that he's a professor because he's someone who would be an incredible teacher.
Wow. And it makes me think, okay, if he's in do you happen to know, is he a professor like in Tallahassee, Florida? Because I went to Florida State University.
I think he's in
Tallahassee.
Let me see, Florida.
So I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay, my alma mater, there he is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also love hearing
Florida
about
State University. Yep. I've just looked up his
there we go.
Instagram.
Go Knowles.
He is now he's a robotics professor, director of the Optimal Robotics Lab at Florida State University.
Wow, cool. Also, I love hearing about the robotics lab because like you were right. Allison showed me some photos of him before we started, and she told me it was like, oh yeah, and that's his like robot t-shirt.
Oh yeah, he has a shirt with robots, and he will be wearing that on Survivor.
Like
52.
if he's an avatar, that's like what he would be wearing. Is like that's his t-shirt. That is what he's known
one of
for.
his opening confessionals. He says, "I look like a huge nerd, and I am a huge nerd."
Cute.
So the season starts out with like a boat marooning challenge. So they're all on this like sailboat essentially, and we have the Goliaths on this side, David's on this side, and it's essentially Jeff sets it up. So he's like, okay, Goliaths, you always have the advantage in life. Now you're going to have the advantage to start the game. To run this challenge, you're going to pick your 2 strongest people. You can pick whoever you want. And then you're going to look over the David tribe and you're going to pick who you think are the weakest players and have them run this challenge.
That's how we're starting the season?
That's how we're starting the season.
Oh my God. Okay.
And Mike White, who is on this season.
Okay. Okay, fine.
The Mike White, we will be profiling Mike White very soon as well. He goes, okay, he's like looking over because he's on the Goliath tribe.
Okay.
Because he is a Goliath, like career-wise.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Like LA hobnobbing with the glitterati. Like this is pre-White Lotus, but I mean, he had done Nacho Libre, School of Rock, Enlightenment, like lots of amazing shows. Incredibly successful career already. So he's on the Goliath tribe, and he looks over the Davids, and he goes, "Okay, let's do Purple Hair and Big Bang Theory."
That's good. That's good. I know exactly.
Christian is the Big Bang Theory. So they run the challenge, and of course Christian does the puzzle, and it's one of those like slide puzzles where you like, you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what
and
you're
then
talking about.
you have to get one out, and you have to like figure out how to get the one out.
Yeah,
he does it in literally less than 5 seconds. Like you blink, and he goes,
and it's done,
and they win. They win the challenge.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
And Jeff is like, wait, shook. What the fuck? He's shook.
Do you think he like looked at the producers like, okay, like the rest of our puzzles, like we really need to like step our pussy up? Do you know what I mean? Like, were they like, oh yikes, yikes?
He's like, Christian, how did you
do that? Just
so
curious.
Fast. And Christian was like, I have to come clean. It wasn't a fair fight. Because in college, he wrote algorithms about slide puzzles. Like these specific slide puzzles. Types. And later in a confessional, he starts talking about the slide puzzle again. And he's like, actually, now that I think about it, I could have done the slide puzzle faster. And then they do kind of like a 2x speed, like fast forward. And it's like literally him talking through, like on the camera, like, okay, I gotta move so that one and this one and that one. Because he like is constantly just thinking through things.
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Okay.
But literally can do a slide puzzle like that in 3 seconds. So if they have that on Survivor 50,
they need to. Okay, I feel like, hi, Survivor producers, when someone like that comes to your show, I feel like you got to hire them.
Oh, yeah.
You got to hire them to do your puzzles. Am I crazy in thinking that?
Christian would design really fun challenges.
Yes. Yeah. Like that's where my head immediately goes. If someone that can work through something like that so quickly and can see all these different options and do this, I'm like, oh, that's someone you need to put in payroll right now. Anyway, just a thought.
So he gets to the David camp and they're like putting together camp, building their shelter and stuff. And this guy, Pat, is leading the shelter building because he like works in construction. But he's, he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting character. Yeah. He's pretty outspoken. He will say jokes like he has his jeans keep falling down and it's like a plumber crack. And he's like, once you see the crack, you could never go back. He's like, I'd give my left nut to be 36. So specific.
Wow, okay.
And Christian in his confessional is like, jokes are risky because they can fail. Like Pat thinks he's like being the funny guy, but not, because Christian has like incredible social awareness.
Yes.
He also aligns with this girl, Gabby,
Okay.
who just feels like a fellow nerd, kindred spirit.
Mhm.
We'll talk much more about their alliance going forward.
Mhm.
We also meet Davey, who describes himself as a blurred, a black nerd.
Okay.
He's so sweet.
Blurred, cute.
So in their first immunity challenge, they lose. And then they're getting back to their beach to then, go on to vote someone out.
Yeah.
But something happens. Pat, the guy who was like
The
running the shelter, building the jokester, they're on a boat getting transported back to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And like the waves are choppy. And literally he, I think, breaks his back on the boat.
Are you serious?
Because then the next shot is them. He's on a gurney being lifted out of the boat and brought onto the sand, and he is screaming in pain.
Oh my God.
And it's the kind of pain he can't even see. He's like, I can't see. Because and they're like getting him oxygen and everything, and he's immediately medevaced.
Oh my God.
And it's just like there's some things I know Survivor, it's like it's a risky show because it is a survival show. They're putting people in extreme elements, but I just recapped Korong with you of how so many people like got really ill from heat stroke because they didn't have access to clean water.
Which exactly, like they got so sick and when they really didn't have to.
Exactly.
Like they didn't. I understand we watch them suffer, but there's a level of suffering
and then in this case,
watch.
it is completely Survivor Productions' responsibility 100%. To safely transport these players.
100%.
And I'm sure that's like they take it very seriously and just something accidental happened and I hope this never happens again.
I really hope not. That is really scary.
Felt really, really bad for him. It was sad and scary to watch.
Wow.
So he gets medevaced, so no one is taken out. No one's voted out. And at this point, Christian is very much the face of the David tribe. He's smart, observant, not too prideful. And he makes an alliance with Nick. And they call it the Mason-Dixon Alliance because Christian is originally from up north and Nick is from Tennessee.
Cute.
And it's cute, but I will say Nick goes on to do some politics in Tennessee after the show.
Oh, no.
That
no.
Just him wanting to call something the Mason-Dixon Alliance.
Okay.
It's like
it's kind of tainted. It's tainted.
How did you just pull that phrase out of your back pocket?
Okay. Got it. Don't say anymore. Got it.
So then there's this scene of Gabby and Christian. So Gabby is the girl. And they're on the beach and they're sitting next to each other. And she just looks into his eyes and she says, "Do you want to play with me?" And he says, "Oh, in the sand?" Like literally like playing in the sand. And she says, "No, like the game. Like, do you want to play the game of Survivor with me?" Because she is this person that's just like one big emotion.
I love that. She's like a raw nerve.
She's a raw nerve. That's the word I was looking for, raw nerve. And she needs reassuring constantly. Okay. But she literally, it's just the sweetest moment. He's like, "Oh, play in the sand. I'd love to." She's like,
"That's cute." That is also so sweet. That is also so pure.
Yeah.
To just also be like, "Oh, in the sand." Anyway.
Yeah. And we
what an interesting person to sign up for Survivor. Someone that's so like open like that.
For context, Gabby has a panic attack during a reward challenge that she sits out on. Like she's sitting out.
She's not even doing it and she has a panic attack about it. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Because there's just so like there's
so much emotion coming out of her.
Well, I can imagine. I mean, going on to like play this game. Yeah. There's everything is so extreme. I'm surprised we haven't had more. Just like you're just sitting on a bench and she's just like,
Well, like you just said, you described her as like a raw nerve. It's also like as someone that's a raw nerve. I can like relate to this. Like you're also like you're such an empath. She's probably such a big empath that like other people's intense emotions, like she's just like taking that in, and you can just feel when you can feel that so intensely in your own body. It's a superpower in a lot of ways, but yeah, there's some downsides.
Yeah.
Especially when the person that you're like being empathetic with is feeling like something so intense, you feeling it yourself. I could, yeah. Oh, Oh, Gabby.
So, and I also think, and a lot of other people who've watched the show think that she was crushing on Christian.
I could.
Because
I mean, babe, what's not to crush?
So
seeing him do that puzzle so quickly, I get it.
I get it. Christian does have a girlfriend though,
Oh,
so
okay.
I will.
Well, then let's
anyway,
keep him on board then.
But I think she's still crushing on him. Like she's
Cute.
just laughing so hard at all his jokes. But his jokes are funny.
His jokes are funny, and he's he's smart. He's a good friend. Come on, can you blame her?
So there's a tribe swap, and it
Mhm.
goes from 2 tribes to 3. And on the new tribe, he is with his BFF Gabby.
Love.
Yay. And he's also it's him and Gabby represent the 2 Davids, and then there are 3 Goliaths, and it includes the wrestling guy John, who is the mayor of Slamtown.
Okay.
And Christian is tickled pink about, he's like, oh, tell me more about the mayor of Slamtown. The Slamtonians, he wants to know about Slamtown politics. He's like, is there a comptroller position I can apply for? And the wrestler guy, he's
great.
he's like, is there a web portal where I can apply? And John's like, oh, well, I don't have access to it right now, but I'll put in a good word for you. I mean, he just loves like all of the like phrasing around all the wrestling stuff.
Love this.
And also this is an example of Christian on purpose charming the pants off of everybody, because now he's in this tribe and it's 2 Davids versus 3 Goliaths. He's in the minority. So he calls it a charm offensive, but it's more like charm nuclear warfare.
Okay.
A charm apocalypse.
Okay. Are these his terms?
Yes.
Is this what he's using?
Because
that's amazing.
He's a hilarious narrator.
Yeah.
And so here's Christian charming the pants off of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gabby is like on the edge, being like,
oh gosh,
feeling on the outs.
Yeah.
Because she's not really contributing to the charm offensive in a way that Christian is.
Yeah.
And she literally will like be like, Christian, come here, I need to talk to you. And then she's like crying, like saying like, I don't feel good about this. And Christian literally looks at her and he says, hey, they have vulnerabilities too. They just don't show it. Like he just always has like the best thing to say.
Yes. Oh.
So this is when all of the tribes are evacuated from the beaches because there's a hurricane.
Oh
like a
my
typhoon.
God. Okay. Got it.
It is such intense rain and wind. It's insane. And thank you, production. I feel like you made the right call here. So they get removed. And like before he gets removed, Christian goes, hey, today we're all Davids. That's the Goliath. Pointing up at the sky. So Christian on this new tribe, he joins the Brochacho Alliance.
Yes.
And that's the 3 boys on the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And Gabby and this other woman, Allison, are not included. He also is a challenge beast at this point, but because he's so good at the puzzles.
Wow. Yeah.
That he is like, you have like your very, physically strength kind of person. And then he's puzzle strength, which is just as important these days on Survivor. And he has this realization that he has become like the cool guy that he's always wanted to be. And he feel like it's his first time experiencing it because he's wanted to feel included. He's wanted to feel like it really like in it with everybody, and this is his first time in his life that he really feels that way, because everyone he talks to loves him. Everyone wants to work with him. He has an alliance with everyone. He's just having a really fun time, and it's just cool to see someone experience that on the show. So now it is merge time.
Okay.
And he reunites with Christian.
Okay.
Nick. I don't know why I wrote Christian. Well, it's okay. No, he's Christian. He reunites with Nick of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
And Angelina, who's also playing on Survivor 50. I'll tell you much more of Angelina's point of view soon.
Yeah.
She sees him as the biggest threat and wants him out immediately. And he's the target immediately, and it never really goes off of him.
Sticks.
Well, it never like gets off of him.
But that's true. Yeah.
And it's because it's like almost he was like, okay, I need to go on a charm offensive to keep myself alive, but almost he like he took the charm offensive so intensely.
Oh, that it maybe backfired a little bit in the sense where it's exactly
everyone's
like he was always
oh
like,
my gosh, we can't let him get to the end. He's like the most beloved, amazing person ever. Like he's a threat. He's got to go. And he's like, wait, I've never been a threat in my whole life. What are you talking about?
Wait, I'm a threat? What?
Like I've been cool for 5 minutes.
Yeah, buddy.
And now I'm a threat? Like how has this happened to me? So he does survive the first tribal council because this other girl, Elizabeth, like this like farmer girl from the David's tribe is like the consensus target and goes. And then this alliance is formed, big quotation marks. They call it the Strike Force, and it's a cross-tribal alliance. It's like a mix of Goliaths and Davids. But it doesn't last long because Mike White doesn't trust Gabby because she is like a raw nerve of emotions and he doesn't think she can like stick to a plan. And then he also realizes Christian is too much of a threat. And so essentially the Goliaths start pretty much just working together, and like the tribal divisions of David and Goliath are coming back. So at the next tribal council, Christian learns that he is the target now. And he's like, dang it. But his boy Davy our blurred plays his idol on Christian to save him.
Wow.
And the idol negates 7 votes for Christian.
Oh my God. Okay.
And he saves him.
Oh my God. Beautiful.
Because Davy does this because he's aligned with Christian, but also Davy's wanting to like keep the David numbers. Post merge as well.
Yes. No, I mean it's a great move if you want to also actually like decide who gets out. If you know everyone's voting on this, it's like, okay, so who do we want? Who do we want out?
So that tribal council, Angelina also plays an idol for herself, and there were votes on her, so those are negated. So then John, the mayor of Slamtown in the Bro Chacho Alliance, he ends up going home. So that was kind of sad to see, but it's okay. So the next morning, he's still the target, and he knows it. So he starts looking for an idol, and he gets one. He finds an idol.
Yes, okay.
And there is this scene on the beach where all the Goliath players are like sitting and talking together. And you can just tell they're feeling really strong, and they're feeling like they've got it all together, and they're going to be able to run the rest of the game. And then there's this iconic, I feel like it's iconic. I don't know. I really love the like, we're the Davids and we're going to fight the Goliaths, because then the Davids all meet up. Yeah. They're down in numbers, but Nick has a steal a vote. Carl has an idol nullifier, and Christian has an immunity idol, and they share all of that information together. And it's an example of when it's fun to share information, because they're like, we're going to combine all our trinkets and we're going to protect each other. And we're not going to let these Goliaths get us out. So at the next tribal council, this one's really exciting. So Nick, one of the Davids, steals this guy Dan's vote. So they now like have the numbers. And they put all their votes on Dan. But then Dan plays an idol on himself. But then Carl plays the idol nullifier.
Oh my gosh.
Because that nullifies the idol. And Dan is out. It was like a true David Goliath moment.
Here. Oh, that's so
It was
fun.
really, because you just see like, okay, this, it just all flowed perfectly to plan. It was so good. So Christian is like, I feel like a fucking force in this game. Woo! And he is. Yes. He is in this, like, I call it a torture challenge. It's a challenge. It's an immunity challenge. And it's one of those where you're like holding on to like a stick for forever. And you're just, if you get your hands off the podium or move your foot, he's lasted 2 hours. And he's with this other guy, Alec, who is a Goliath and like just like a really like strong, fit person.
Wow.
And Christian is like, hey, Jeff, can I tell you a story? And he starts talking nonstop, because if he talks, he won't feel the pain.
So smart.
He talks for 6 hours. He talks for
Allison?
6 hours straight.
Allison.
And Alec is like, shut the fuck up.
Are you serious?
There's like little clips. He's like, hey, do you know what a Reuben sandwich is, Jeff? And then he probably talks about like a Reuben sandwich for 35 minutes and then goes on to the next topic.
And on to the next and on to the next.
And eventually Alec drops and Christian wins.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Okay, amazing.
So he has immunity and he has that idol. So
yes,
he's like he's good for a minute.
Yeah, he's solid.
So Carl has had a taste of power.
Okay.
Since the last tribal council,
Mm-hmm.
and he begins a sort of dictatorship.
Okay. Jeez.
Christian likes to call him the Carl Godfather because he lies in a hammock and then just beckons people.
Come here.
Come to my bedside.
Come to me.
And he's like, okay, the vote is for Alec, and and do as I say.
I hate. Ugh.
Gabby doesn't like it either.
Okay.
She's crying again.
Okay.
She's upset. And Christian is literally like mediating it. Like she's like sitting there like crying. And then he's like, okay, so what Gabby is feeling is
Oh. I love that.
truly he's tending to her. Alec does end up getting voted out though at that tribal council.
Dang.
So now the next episode, the Davids have like a slim majority lead. It's just by one person.
By one person, okay.
But Gabby wants to flip it on Carl, who's like a David.
Yeah.
And Christian is on board because he's like, I am. And Gabby's like, are you playing this game with me? And Christian is like, yes, I am. I'm playing this game with you. We'll put it on Carl. So Carl, the Godfather Carl, says vote for Allison. Not this Allison.
Oh.
The Allison playing. But leave Gabby out of it. Don't tell Gabby. And Christian says, this is the final data point for me that Carl must go.
Okay.
Because Carl is like, don't tell Gabby this is the plan. Because Gabby can't handle it. And Christian's like, I'm done.
I'm done with you.
I'm done with you.
Yeah.
So Carl is blindsided. And so essentially Christian and Gabby flip on their whole David like tribe.
Wow, yes.
To turn on Carl, and they like join with a contingent of the Goliaths to get out Carl.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of seemed like this move is a little too early to flip on the like really, Carl was going for another Goliath person, and like you didn't really like Carl's bedside manner, but
maybe holding on to that, yeah,
and sometimes people with like dictatorship vibes don't do well at final tribal council either. So it's like he's in a way it's not fun to play with him, but also is he a threat? Yeah. But then Gabby's like, no, I didn't like him, so he's out. So it burns the remaining Davids, and they're really annoyed by this move because they were left out of it.
Darn, yeah.
So Nick, Mason Dixon line Nick, is livid with Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the loved one's visit.
Okay.
And Christian's girlfriend, Emily, comes.
Cute.
And Gabby is sobbing on the beach about how beautiful their true love is. But it's also because she realizes that the way Christian comforts her is the way he comforts everyone. And it's not
just for her.
It's not like something unique between the two of them. Like he's like, she realizes that Christian like treats his girlfriend with the same like tenderness and respect. Mm-hmm. He treats other people that way. Like I think she has this like internal moment like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like when
that's so real. Girl, like, that is so real.
When the crush crushes you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, Gabby.
So
I see you.
Gabby's like, we need to get Christian out.
Wow. Okay. All right, Gabby.
I think she's like, I can't see him anymore.
For me to move on, we need space.
Yeah.
And that space is him leaving
the game.
The tribe, yes.
She's done being viewed as a sidekick to Christian. And she also feels like they're doing the same moves together, but he's getting the credit for them.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've really loved Gabby this whole season. And and it is risky here because essentially she's the kind of person that's just like, okay, and now blindside, and now she's beneath all the tears. She's a pretty ruthless player.
Yeah,
someone to watch. So the Davids are like, yeah, let's get Christian out because everyone sees him as a threat, and then also he just turned against them the last vote against Carl.
So it's pretty. Yeah.
But Davy,
Okay, Davey again.
Our
Let's
blurred,
go.
he warns Christian before
Okay.
tribal council, and Christian plays his idol.
Okay, that's right. I forgot he still had that. Okay.
And he saves himself again.
Wow.
And Gabby is the one to go.
No! Oh my god! This season's crazy.
'Cause she's the backup vote.
This season is crazy.
It's a really good season. It's a really good season. It's one of my I've watched it like
okay,
several
this is
times.
fun. Okay.
So now Christian has been the target for like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And they haven't been able to get him out. Mike White is like, he's got to go.
We've got to do it now. Enough.
Gotta go. And I feel bad because now I have to tell you who does get voted out at this point.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But we'll keep talking about the season because I'm going to
Yes.
profile Angelina
Yeah.
and Mike from this season as well. So you'll
Perfect.
hear about the season more from their perspective.
Ooh, okay.
So we'll be spending more time on this wonderful season.
Mhm.
So just overall, such a great character.
Wow, so fun.
He is just a really lovely person. So him coming into season 50.
Okay. Oh, so did he just play that one season before?
Season.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh, wow.
now after Aubrey's
Mhm.
profile, everybody is a 1-season player.
Wow. Okay.
Because there has been no returnee seasons from season 41 through 49.
Oh, wow.
So people who have played in like the later 30s seasons
Yes.
never really had an opportunity
Yeah.
to return until now.
Oh, I am so excited.
But he's
then
always been at
to
the
see
top
him.
of every like. He was one of
Yeah.
those people when people were like guessing because there was so much guessing around who do we think will be on the start. He was always like top there because he just
Yeah.
was such a standout character. So he's now played 7 years ago,
Mhm.
and he is glad about this because he feel like he's had some years for his threat level to lower.
Yes.
And he describes, he's like, in retrospect, he's like, I did a carpet bombing of the Charmpocalypse. And that made me too much of a threat. No, in his
That's good.
preseason interview, it was just like really fun to have Christian back on the screen because we had so many good tidbits.
Yeah.
Because he's really has an interesting way of seeing the game. Because he was
Mhm.
like, honestly, what I'm going in with and what I'm reminding myself is everyone is scared. He's like, I can tell everyone because as he's navigating around them preseason, he's like, everyone's afraid.
Yeah.
And he's like, and you know who is has played as a scared man his entire Survivor career?
This guy?
Coach.
Oh, he's gunning for Coach.
He's not gunning for Coach. It's just like he sees in Coach,
Wow.
you're actually an afraid man.
Yeah.
And I
Clocked it.
and
Yeah.
I just can clock this.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
and a lot of other people have it. Have the fear. So I think he's just giving that himself like, hey, I'm gonna come in with confidence and I don't need to be like intimidated by all
Yeah.
these people because I think everyone's nervous
Yeah.
going into this big season.
Mm-hmm.
So his strategy and mindset is he's thinking of he thinks Survivor is truly narrative warfare.
Amen. A freaking men. Agreed. Wow, that is like so succinctly put. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he says, I was a threat because I was a narrative threat. Face of the Davids.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets to the end, the David versus Goliath. And that narrative threat was set by Mike White.
Mm-hmm. Who is also on Survivor 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Mike White said
Wow.
if we let him in the game, he is the David that will slay Goliath in the end.
Mhm.
And it's just that like that one succinct like phrasing that you can say to another person to completely change their
Yeah.
mind because you attach a narrative to someone
Exactly.
and then that you are all of a sudden like in control of the way people are thinking.
That is
Mm.
powerful.
For
Powerful
podcasting, we
stuff,
need
yeah.
to even manifest that narrative
Please,
warfare.
Please, yes. Narrative warfare. We're the best podcast ever that's ever been created, and everybody loves us.
So I'm gonna get into like who he's feeling and not feeling and who his starting tribe is. But what I thought he was really interesting too is that he's like looking at this cast and he's like, What I see is that the way the casting team did it is they casted in trios, in threes, across 4 categories.
Did he say the 4 categories?
Yes, and he named every single person because he always gives. He's very generous.
He's a
very generous man.
I love someone that doesn't keep information. I love someone that shares.
He
I like a sharer.
said it was interesting. He's like, across all the hours of podcasting and all the conversations I've had in the last 7 years, the Survivor is narrative warfare. He's like, I've actually kept that close to my chest the whole time. And he's like purposely withheld that because he didn't want other returning players
saying that
to like hear that. But then we heard it in the first season because he was one day out from playing. So the first category is challenge beasts.
Okay. Yes.
So for men, it's Joe, Ozzy, Jonathan. For women, challenge beasts, it's Tiffany, Chrissy, Stephanie. And then it's men who bring drama. Coach, Q, Rizzo. Yeah. Women who bring drama, Angelina, Jenna. And then this was him like trying to like place the 49 players. So he was like Savannah, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
then comic relief. So for men, comic relief, Christian himself.
Yeah.
Rick and Mike. Mike White.
Yeah.
Women, comic relief, Aubrey, Emily, Camilla. And then the last category is favorites because they would be excellent winners. And so because they read as normal.
Okay.
So for the men, that would be Charlie, Kyle, and Colby.
Okay. I can see
and
that. Yeah.
For females, Dee, Genevieve, and Suri.
I will say I would feel really good if Genevieve won.
Oh my god,
I'm wearing her colors.
I'm
wearing her color.
I'm gonna rant about Genevieve to you a little bit after we podcast because I have some thoughts to share, but it really would be a sidebar. It would be a true sidebar. And then Christian was like, "Oh, and across these categories, that's how you build your tribes." Like he literally he just like unlocked it all.
This guy.
I know. So I'm going to talk to you about like the friend foe game, but with particular focus of who he's going to be playing with on his tribe. So he is going to be on a starting tribe with Suri.
Okay.
And he's listed her as a friend. And he's like, you know what would be crazy?
What
if I offered her final tribal council? Like, and it's just literally, I will do everything in my power for the both of us to get to the end. Yeah. And I offer her that because he's like, the thing she's coming, because the thing when I talk about scared, he's also thinking about like, what if people are so scared? What is the thing that is like the most scary thing to them about them returning to play Survivor for Survivor 50? And it's for Suri, it's getting out pre-merge, and that final tribal council has been so elusive to her. Yeah, it's elusive, he's like, it's dangerous because she's a threat and it could literally tank my game, but also it's like, but what if I did? And I'm like, also as a viewer, I'm like, let's go, let's do this. I want to see Suri play the game.
I do.
Yeah, I do. Sumi.
Yeah, I don't want to see him play the game.
Yeah, I do as well. Because a lot of people want to work with Christian.
Yeah, well, he just seems like, right, we talk about this show and some other shows. We recap a couple of shows on this podcast, and we talk about like what makes a fun player and like who we enjoy watching. And like, sure, some people get far, but it's like, oh, but I don't really like their game, or like, oh, but it's hard to root for them. Christian seems like somebody that I could root for, that I would really enjoy just also watching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they just do stuff in the game that is interesting and fun, and sure, there's a little bit of chaos in there, but also tons of logic.
And love,
and love, and we're doing really well in challenges, but we're socializing and making alliances. We're switching it up every time. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Okay, like let's do this.
For Jenna, who is our, all the way from season 1, girly, he sees her as a loose cannon, which correct read.
Yeah.
And he wants to point that loose cannon somewhere. He wants to be like, Jenna, target over there. Ozzy, he's like, he's a great guy. Would love to work with him. And and Suri wants to work with Ozzy so bad. Ozzy wants to work with Suri so bad. I'm like, Ozzy, Suri, coach, or not coach, sorry, but Ozzy, Suri, Christian, amazing.
I'm into that.
So on his, also Rick Devens is on his tribe as well, and I'll be recapping him shortly. He is he sees him as like a co-captain, and he wants to get like all the way to the end with Rick Devens as well. And I'm like, oh my god, these are all people you're working or you're gonna be on a starting tribe with. So fun.
Wow.
And then for people he considers a foe, Savannah.
Yeah.
He's listed there. Rizzo and Savannah, there's not many people that are super
pro them.
Exactly.
Well, because they don't know them. You know, it's like, I forget who said this in one of the those like pre-interviews, but it's like the devil you know and the devil you don't.
Yeah. And, so they know the thing is like the promo for Survivor 49 had come out at this point, but not the season. So they see that one promo of Rizzo naming himself Riz God. So they recognize, they already know he goes by Riz God. And Christian is like, I don't know why the Riz God walks among us. I might end the season a Riz Praetorian, but I don't know what makes him a god. I do know that he's a super fan. Exactly. He's like, don't think I'm a super fan. He's the super fan. Just because this is funny. Mike Bloom asked him what he thought of Colby, and he said faux because he's worried that he farted in front of him the day before. Like he said, he put out like a silent but deadly, and Colby was right there.
Colby was right there.
So yeah, that's
cute.
Christian.
Oh, I am so excited. This person sounds like so up my alley as far as someone that I like watching on this show.
I'm gonna have to give you some links to podcasts that he's done.
I would love that, truly.
Because he's
you know, I love a talker.
He doesn't even need to talk about Survivor.
Oh no, yeah, I just want to hear him talk about stuff.
He brings out a whiteboard.
Yeah,
he gets to town.
I cannot wait.
Goes to town. He's so fun. So no, that is the story of our true David, of the David versus Goliath, Christian Hubicki. So if you're enjoying these Survivor 50 profiles, please check out our other profiles. We will soon be releasing profiles of Angelina and Mike White that also played in his season. But if there are other players, if you're like Nina, that you're like, what's their story? Why are they coming to Survivor 50? Come check out our channel.
Yes.
And have a little story time with us.
Yes, please. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm having a ton of fun having
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, having Allison tell me these like fun, like almost like fireside chats about these players.
So we'll catch you for the next one.
Right, see ya.
Bye.